Yo, what's going on everybody? Bike Life here. Today I'm gonna be starting up a nice series of videos from MX Bikes and some other dirt bike video games. And for the first video, I'm gonna be giving you guys a little walkthrough on how to get started wheeling on MX Bikes. I haven't seen too many videos on MX Bikes with a voiceover or with a whole squad playing and stuff like that, while talking. So I think I'm gonna fill a void here, and I hope everyone fucks with the videos, and we can go kind of far, get some people watching this. So anyways, starting out, I'm gonna be riding the YZ250F today, the 4-stroke. So I'm gonna be doing the 4-stroke tutorial first. 2-stroke's a little different. It's the same exact controls, just the power comes on a little different. So once you really know how the controls are wheeling, you can figure it out on any bike. But let's jump right into the settings, and I'm gonna show you guys how I got myself set up. So lean is the left stick on the controller, left and right. So as I move that, you can see the lean here. It's getting lean input, which is good. Throttle, of course, for the right trigger, and brake I have on my left trigger. While we're on the topic of brakes, I use combined brakes, right? So I got that ticked, and I got it maxed out. So when I hit my brake, it's going to apply both brakes at once, as you can see. When you first go, it's only applying the back, and the harder and farther down you go, it does the rear as well. I mean the front. Sorry about that. So anyways, it's about that. These are my lean settings. I think they're pretty close to stock. If you want to check it out, I don't have smoothing on. Okay. For clutch, people use different things. Some people like the left bumper. Some people like D-pad down. I just have my D-pad down set here as kind of a placeholder, and I never really use this. But yeah, got lean tracking as well. Direct lean on 80. For my shifting, I shift up with the right bumper and down with X on the controller, but that's all up to you. And this stuff you get into later, these are like your tricks and whatnot, like dropping your hand off the bars. Don't worry about that just yet. Onto simulation. So for my view, guys, this is kind of weird to figure out. It takes some time. Field of view all the way up, and I got my tilt at 0 and a pitch of 20%, and I find that this works pretty well for me. And I make sure to turn off lock to bike. This will allow you to look around more, look down as you throw the bike up, rather than just keeping your head right where it should be at the handlebars. Looks kind of weird wheeling like that. And I show these two things as well. Onto the assist, pretty simple, just follow. I leave on lean help, shift help, automatic clutch, sit. Yeah, it's not important. So the first things first, me wheeling, I'm always standing up. You can see the stand icon over there, show rider stand, that's what that does, that little red. If that's showing, then you're standing up, and you can clearly see the difference as well. So that's the first thing, be standing up. Now you gotta understand the power band of the bike, right? So if I'm in second gear going real slow, and I just give it full throttle, you see there's a second where there's no power. See nothing, and now it starts to go. So that's the power band. That tells you that there's not too much power down low and that there's more like in the mid ranges. So if you wanted to throw it up in second gear with no clutch, you're looking to lean forward and then back at the time when the bike starts to open up and gain some power. So I'll show you that in motion real quick. I'm going. My bike's about to open up, right? So this is where I have the power to really throw it up. So if I lean forward and back and give it gas, it's gonna come up. Now your first time's doing that, what just happened is probably what's gonna happen to you. So if you just want to practice throwing the bike up and letting go of the throttle before you fall off the bike, that's the first step. Once you get the feel for that and the whole feeling of throwing the bike up and getting it into the air like this, then you can kind of incorporate the fact that you obviously don't want to go too far back, and that's where the rear brake comes in. And you want to press it when your bike is like straight up in the air, because as you see, if you wait too long and it's too far back, then the brake isn't going to save you. So you're going to have to feel it out and find the point bike you're on wants you to hit the brakes. So leaning forward and back does a weight transfer and gets the bike thrown up, easier than just slamming the gas or something. I see a lot of people wheelie without their lean, and that's very doable with the clutch here. And I'll actually show you that if you're riding and you grab that clutch and let go of it, the bike should come up just like that too. And some people prefer that. And it's really up to you and what you're comfortable with. But the main things are, once you got it done up, it's just maintaining that balance point. What we call balance point is, you see here, I'm giving it throttle. When you get to the point where you don't have to give it throttle and you're just loading, that's your balance point right there. If you go far back behind your balance point, instead of going back forward, you'll actually fall backwards. You can see the bike starts to drop back. That's, if you ever heard someone referring to wheeling, they say drop back, that's what that is, what I'm doing there. So that's pretty much the basics of it. Just, you gotta get practice in, put in the time, and you will get much, much better. I'll walk you through it again. Just get to about the right part of where the bike wants to come up, and I go forward and back. And when my fender gets up pretty high, I'm hitting that rear brake to bring it down. And you can try and wheelie without the rear brakes. Try not to rely on them too much, and practice getting to the point where the bike starts to drop back a little bit, but without hitting the brakes, it'll drop itself back down. Because if you could do that, you see, I got the bike up, and now I have to tap them there without using the brakes too much. As that bike falls down, you can give it more throttle. And the key is, the lower that fender drops below 12 o'clock in the balance point, the more throttle you're going to have to give it to bring it back up to that point. Right? You got it going fast, of course you can shift up. Really pretty much any gear. So I'm going to go out to the strip now and leave the parking lot, now that I give you guys a brief explanation of what I'm actually doing and how I do it, and also show you the controls. You get to practice a little bit, just to get the hang of things, get a feel for the bike you're on. Just get a bit of practice. I run a server usually. I'm gonna make it dedicated soon. You might catch it sometimes. It's called New York Bike Life, and let's just get a good amount of people on there, and we'll all come out here and make a little pack. If anyone's interested in that, keep an eye out. Just run the street. I don't lean back the whole time, as you can see. Once I'm leaned back in the wheelie, once I get it up, I let go of that stick, and I don't tend to use it too much. Because if you lean back the whole time, once you hit balance point, if you're pulling back on the handlebars of the bike, it's a lot easier for the bike to loop itself back and go way too far. The sound of this bike sounds a bit messed up for me, I'm not sure. So, like I said, it's kind of like you're bouncing the bike up and down almost with the throttle, because it's going to come up towards the balance point, and you're going to let it fall a bit and catch it with the throttle. And if it falls the opposite direction and you come too high, you catch it with the brakes. It's pretty simple. It's very close to real life, honestly. It's the only thing that's different is the controls, pretty much, and the fact that you can't feel the actual motion of the bike when I do wheelie in real life. And this game has pretty much nailed it. Best. You can see that I still do fall as well. I haven't like picked a favorite bike yet or anything like that. I'm pretty new to the game, but I've been loving it so far. And I figure if I can make a better tutorial and help some people wheelie, then I will. If you see me holding this stick back, the reason for that is if you watch and I just turn side to side regular, it's kind of smooth, but if I hold it back, I can roll it along the bottom of this circle and make much smoother inputs on the steering. So if you want to turn the wheelie, you can see I'm barely easier. That's one of my tips. So yeah, if you guys enjoy this, you practice along with me. I hope some of my tips are able to help you. As you can see, I'm just doing exactly what I said. As the bike comes down lower, if I give it more throttle, I brake when it comes too far back. And it's really that simple, guys. You can get fancy with it. Drone chop things. Now, the key, when you fall back, it was a little weird to see it, but you can see your back fender when you get high enough and you're looking down. You can see the back fender, right? Let's see, up there. You see how it goes into the ground before I actually fall? The point where your bike falls is that fender hitting the ground pretty much. You can't go past that. That's what you see. You gotta catch it before that fender hits the ground. That's your fallback point, just to use as reference, so you know not to get too close to that point. So you can even hit your brakes before you see that back fender, or right when you see the Yamaha logo on the back. That can be your key to hit the brakes, and I think that will maybe help some people figuring out when to hit brakes. This video is a little dragged out, and the information is spread out, and it's more just me riding. I apologize, but I think I can give some helpful tips, like I said. If you guys are interested in watching me ride with a few of my friends and some random people from the server, I'm going to be starting up a Discord as well. Drop a subscription, you know. Like I said, we'll be playing some other games as well. It's pretty much me like a dirt bike dedicated channel. I'm dirt bike dedicated, and I do ride every day, so I probably will post GoPro videos, out of the pack and things like that, if you guys want to stay tuned. But hope I helped somebody. Appreciate y'all checking this out. Enjoy. Have fun with the game.